are winning at Aston Villa at the moment. Bumstead's goal there. 0-0 Bristol City, Plymouth. That's the latest. That was delayed 20 minutes. Too many people trying to get into the ground. That's good for football. Carnarvon, Barnsley well into the second half there. Carnarvon from the multi-part league created 2 shocks already. Might be creating a third. And Charlton 1, Walsall 1. Walsall have come back there. David Kelly has equalised for Walsall, an early Mark Stewart goal for Charlton, the First Division team. Coventry going well, leading Bolton Wanderers 3-0. Coventry scorers Greg Downs, Cyril Regis and Dave Bennett. Everton, the cup favourites and finalists for the last 3 years, leading Southampton by a goal to 0. That's Graham Sharp, who's found his sharpness again with a 36-minute goal. He scored in the league last week. Fulham 0, Swindon 1. That's David Bamber in 38 minutes. And Grimsby 0. They can't score at home. That's their problem. Stoke City 1. Carl Saunders with the Stoke goal there in 38 minutes. Still with the cup. Ipswich being held 0-0 by Birmingham. The Manchester Derby match is 0-0 at half-time. Middlesbrough 0, Preston 1. That's the Division 4 side leading the top of Division 3 at the moment. Millwall 0, Cardiff 0. Norwich 0, Huddersfield Town 0. And Oldham 1, Bradford City 0. That's Mick Maguire in 22 minutes for Oldham. Orient 0, West Ham 1, Paul Hilton in 31 minutes. And Portsmouth 1, Blackburn Rovers 0. Blackburn beat them 1-0 last week. They're losing in the cup this week. Right, the other half-time scores in the cup. QPR 0, Leicester 1. That was Smith right at the start, 4 minutes. Reading 1, Arsenal 2. Trevor Senior pulled a goal back there. Arsenal went into a lead through Charlie Nicholas. Trevor Senior pulled one back, but Arsenal have got a lead goal through Martin Hayes in 36 minutes. He's scoring pretty regularly for them now. Sheffield United 0, Brighton 0. Swansea 1, West Bromwich Albion 1. Colin Anderson scored first for West Brom. Swansea equalised through Sean McCarthy in 25 minutes. And there's that fascinating-looking scoreline at Spurs. Spurs 1, Scunthorpe 1. We'll have a report coming up on that and other matches. Watford 1, Maidstone United 1. Maidstone United were in the lead there. Wimbledon 0, Sunderland from Division 2 1. And Wrexham 1, Chester City 0. But where the upset might lie is at Aldershot. They lead Oxford by a goal to 0 at half-time. Nick Harris has the details.
A 6-minute goal from centre-half Colin Smith has given Aldershot a deserved half-time lead on a bone-hard pitch. He headed home Ian McDonald's fine far-post cross with the Oxford defence missing the suspended Gary Briggs all at sea. Oxford have had their chances, but the 4th Division side have always looked dangerous on the break, with Bobby Barnes and Mike Ring causing all sorts of problems. The visitors' centre-half, Trevor Hebard, was booked for a foul on Barnes in the 32nd minute, while Billy Whitehurst came closest to an equaliser when he headed just wide. Sadly, Aldershot's massive price increases means that only just over 2,000 fans could be witnessing their finest hour.
Last couple of times that West Ham won the cup, they beat Orient on the way. Well, they're winning there today by a goal to 0. Bob Wilson's watching this one.
Well, a real East End party atmosphere here at Brisbane Road, Des, and after a tentative cautious start by both sides, the game suddenly burst into life after half an hour. Mark Ward's free kick being met at the near post by Paul Hilton, and West Ham were ahead. Within a minute, though, Orient, who've never looked like 89th place in the Football League, they were going close. Kevin Godfrey, the danger man. And Hammers continued to live dangerously. Chris Jones' header, especially 5 minutes before half-time, bringing a fine save from the big West Ham keeper, Phil Parkes. And then Tommy Cunningham was also inches away from an equaliser for Orient. But after the first 45 minutes, the First Division side have that vital lead. Orient 0, West Ham 1.
Well, Bob will want to hear about this one. Arsenal leading 2-1 at Reading. David Davis reporting.
Well, in so many ways, a classic third-round tie here, actually helped as a contest by a pitch that's causing problems for defenders at both ends. Arsenal in front after 20 minutes. Steve Williams' corner never properly cleared by the Reading defence, and Charlie Nicholas's left foot from close in did the rest. But the second division side, you know, weren't for the slaughter. They've a terrier midfield, a Spurs reject called Stuart Bevan. They've Jerry Williams, a Reading man through and through on the wing, and 2 minutes later it was Williams' high curling cross that deceived the Arsenal defence for Trevor Senior to equalise with the header off the bar. It's been excitement all the way, and 8 minutes from half-time.
Is confirmed. United go through. Norman Whiteside gets the all-important goal. Charlton 1, Walsall 2 now, and there's an upset. Charlton were in the lead there, and Terry Ramsden, who virtually owns Walsall, also owns Steersby, who won the big race this afternoon. He's had a win double, and rest assured he'll have had a good bet on it. And there's the upset. Aldershot 3, Oxford United 0. Fewer than 2,000 watching it. They were charging too much, said the fans. but perhaps it was a good way of supporting the club if they thought about it. Fulham 0, Swindon 1 in the all third division tie, and Southend 2, Peterborough 2. That's a Division 4 game. Swindon one of the promotion hopefuls. But a terrific day for Aldershot in terms of result. Not so good in PR relationship with the fans, perhaps. Division 4, Cambridge United 0, Wolves 0. Queen's Park Rangers were leading Leicester City 5-2, the last we heard, having twice been behind in the game. Here's confirmation of the Reading. Not everyone can spell. Reading 1, Arsenal 3, Charlie Nicholas 2 goals. Hayes the other one. Trevor Senior got one for Reading there. Oldham 1, Bradford 1. All second division tie. And up north, north of the border, Rangers 5, Clydebank 0. Scottish Cup, Stranraer 1, Ayr 1. I've heard that Orient have equalised against... No, I haven't. There's a penalty for Orient, I believe. Bob Wilson's going off his head, but one way or the other we'll get some information through to you. QPR 5, Leicester 2 is confirmed. Grimsby 1, Stoke 1. Grimsby had to come back there. Norwich 1, Huddersfield 1. Norwich have come back. Huddersfield were ahead. Another replay. In the Cup, Swansea 3, West Brom 2. Bit of an upset there. Division 4 beats Division 2. Scottish Premier, Dundee United 3, Celtic 2. The leaders have beaten. Orient have scored from the penalty. It's 1-1. Orient 1, West Ham 1. Steve Castle got it from the spot. Orient 1, West Ham 1. Few seconds to go in that match. The Rangers will be just within a point of Celtic at the top of the Premier League in Scotland now, with a game in hand. Southern League results going through. Okay, let's go down to Bob there at the Orient ground and hear what's actually happening now, Bob.
Well, there's absolutely fantastic atmosphere, Des, as you can imagine. You could probably hardly hear me. It's a real East End party, but it looked as if West Ham were going to scramble their way through with that Paul Hilton goal. And then literally with Neil Midgley, the ref, looking at his watch. In fact, he's blown as I'm speaking to you now. A penalty for Orient, and Steve Castle, their top scorer, stepped up and made it 1-1. Absolutely amazing scenes here up in the main stand, and the replay on Tuesday.
Let's just pop to the Vidiprinter for 1 second now, because there's a couple of results going through there. Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 2, Wrexham 1, Chester 2, Everton 2, Southampton 1. Southampton were drawing 1-1 for a while. Sharp got both the Hibs goals, so the Cup favourites go through. Hibs 1, St Mirren 0 in the Premier League. Wimbledon, Sunderland, I hear, is 2-1, I believe, to Wimbledon, I think I'm hearing. Frank Partridge, anyway, has the details.
Extraordinary scenes here, Des. Sunderland were leading with just 4 minutes to go. They seemed comfortable, and then suddenly, out of the blue, Wimbledon, who didn't have the wit or the variety to break down the defence, or didn't appear to, have scored twice in the space of 3 minutes. First, an 18-yard shot. There goes the final whistle. Wimbledon have beaten Sunderland. 87 minutes, it was an 18-yard shot from Laurie Sanchez, and then just moments before the final whistle, Glyn Hodges, their Welsh international, scored after a mix-up in the Sunderland defence, and so Sunderland, after dominating the match for so long, have come away with nothing. It's Wimbledon 2, Sunderland 1.
Good fight back by the First Division club. Back to the Vidiprinter. Some more results going through. Spurs are through, but look, by the skin of their teeth against the Fourth Division club Scunthorpe. 3-2. Waddle got what turned out to be the winner there. Watford 3, Maidstone 1. Watford was struggling. They were a goal down in that match, but they came back after Falco equalised for them, so they go through. Finalists not so many seasons ago. Vauxhall Local League results. And in Division 3, Bournemouth 1, Brentford 1, so Bournemouth lose their chance to go second today. And in the Cup, Orient 1, West Ham 1. You heard about that last gasp penalty for Orient today that keeps them in business, and they'll replay it on Tuesday. In the Cup now, Middlesbrough 0, Preston 1. Bit of an upset there, with the top of the third division being beaten by Fourth Division club Preston, having a good season. Wimbledon confirmed, they go through, beating Sunderland. Right, now let's hear about the upset of the day. Aldershot winning handsomely, beating Oxford United from the First Division. Nick Harris is our man.
Yes, a comfortable victory for the Fourth Division side, with goals from Colin Smith in the first half and Glenn Burville and Bobby Barnes in the second. The bone-hard pitch did not help Oxford, but Aldershot, with Mike Ring and Barnes threatening, always looked capable of a major upset. And Oxford's Liverpool-bound striker John Aldridge was substituted in the 69th minute after making no impression. But sadly for Aldershot, their first third-round victory for 8 years was only witnessed by 1,966 fans. They certainly did their homework right out on the pitch, but not with their massive price increases.
I can tell you that Ipswich have gone out of the Cup for the first time at this round in 17 years, beaten at home by Birmingham today. And earlier today, Carnarvon from the Multipart League drew with Barnsley. They're still in the Cup. Anyway, now here is the classified check.
The FA Cup third round, Aldershot 3, Oxford United 0. Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 2. Bristol City against Plymouth Argyle, late kick-off. Carnarvon Town 0, Barnsley 0. Charlton Athletic 1, Walsall 2. Coventry City 3, Bolton Wanderers 0. Crystal Palace against Nottingham Forest, a Sunday kick-off. Everton 2, Southampton 1. Fulham 0, Swindon Town 1. Grimsby Town 1, Stoke City 1. Ipswich Town 0, Birmingham City 1. And continuing the FA Cup third round, Luton Town against Liverpool tomorrow Sunday. Manchester United 1, Manchester City 0. Middlesbrough 0, Preston North End 1. Millwall 0, Cardiff City 0. Newcastle United against Northampton Town, match postponed. Norwich City 1, Huddersfield Town 1. Oldham Athletic 1, Bradford City 1. Orient 1, West Ham United 1. Portsmouth 2, Blackburn Rovers 0. Queen's Park Rangers 5, Leicester City 2. Reading 1, Arsenal 3. Sheffield United 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. And 2 postponed matches, again Sheffield Wednesday against Derby County and Shrewsbury Town against Hull City. Swansea City 3, West Bromwich Albion 2. Telford United play Leeds United tomorrow Sunday. Tottenham Hotspur 3, Scunthorpe United 2. Watford 3, Maidstone United 1. And match postponed, Wigan Athletic against Gillingham. Wimbledon 2, Sunderland 1. Wrexham 1, Chester City 2.